Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4 Living Well. And on Living Well, we look at a variety of topics related to living a healthy lifestyle. Today, we're at Past Health Food Store in Palos Heights on Route 83, College Drive. And we've got with us co-owner Carolyn Johnson, who owns it with Liz Ryan. Carolyn, thank you for being here today.
Sure.
We're going to, we're kind of in this, so I hope we can get help in the front end. On Living Well today, we're going to talk about allergy season because we're here. I felt it even a few weeks ago. And we want to talk about, we all know we can go get certain over-the-counter products, right? What about other ways to deal with allergy if I don't want to take those products? Are there other, whether food items or supplements I can take that help mitigate the, the effects of
Sure.
allergy?
So allergies are a definite problem. This is the time when they're starting. If you see, the flowers starting to open and the trees are kind of starting to burst. So there definitely are natural things that can help, which work more with your body in balancing histamine production and your body's reaction to allergies. So there's supplements. So a supplement, probably our top one for allergies is this. It's quercetin and nettle, two different supplements. Quercetin is a supplement. It's kind of related to vitamin C or citrus fruits, but it's helping your body to calm down that reaction to allergies and reducing that histamine production. And then nettle, stinging nettle, is an herb that's been used for many, many years, helping with opening up the sinuses, again, helping those allergy symptoms to kind of be calming down. And it's helpful to start actually before allergy season starts. You can kind of take it to get, get up in your system. But then once you're having allergy seasons, you can take higher amounts of it. If you're having those symptoms, watery eyes, the sneezing, things like that, and it is effective, even just if you start once you're having problems.
You're going to have to wait for it to get into your system at that point, probably. But it's interesting. So it works on all of them: sneezing, runny,
yes.
The eyes, itchy eyes.
Because those are all symptoms of your body. It's having a reaction against the pollen and the things in the air that are causing our seasonal allergies.
All right, so there's a good supplement option. How about, and I've heard, there are dietary things we can eat or drink that might help mitigate that.
So one of the most popular is local honey. And we have honey that we've actually saved from last spring. So the problems people are having in spring allergies, it's actually honey made from that spring harvest, and each year we save some, to bring out around this time so people can have that. All local honey can be beneficial, but especially the spring honey. And the spring honey is lighter in color than the regular honey from the fall or late summer, like that's what this one would be. And often it crystallizes faster, and that's because it has a higher pollen content because of, all those things in the air, which is actually good. That's what you want. So having a spoonful of this a day, we have a lot of people that use it for allergy season, that it really can make a difference, and it's delicious.
I'm going to say, I've tried it. It is delicious. It's not fair to even just call it honey, because sometimes we get the picture like the honey bear that we see in the grocery store. No, this is different.
No, this is unprocessed, raw, it has all the good stuff in it.
Yeah, I've tasted honeys I don't like, and I do like this one. It is, so this one is, we want the spring one then, not any other.
So all local honey is helpful, but the spring, most beekeepers or places that you get honey, they just kind of mix it all together. That's like the most common thing. But our beekeeper, he keeps them separate, where he'll do a harvest, for all the spring, and then he'll do another harvest before the fall. So, but he keeps them separate, which is nice, so then you can really have those, and they taste a little different, but the spring honey in particular is really most beneficial for allergies.
All right, and a sugar supplement. I mean, instead of doing sugar.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to recommend honey on top of that. So one other area, any other products or maybe other food items as well that we should consider that can kind of help deal either with some of the symptoms we're fighting or dealing with?
So more fruits and vegetables, raw fruits, they're having all those enzymes, kind of can help calm down some of those histamine reactions, but also some lifestyle things, like if you're having a lot of problems with spring allergies, you've been outside, you really feel sneezy or itchy, having a shower before you go to bed, keeping your windows closed in your house, even though, it's wonderful having that fresh air, but when your windows are open, all that pollen is coming in your house, so keeping those windows closed until you're kind of past allergy seasons. Having your fan in your house running, like the household that's going through the furnace filter, because that can trap some of those, irritants and things that are causing those allergy symptoms. You want to just keep yourself as allergy-free as possible, and
I do have to ask, because I think I got one for my wife last year. For your nasal passages, you have an item.
Oh yeah, a neti pot. So that would be another thing that is not a supplement or not a food, but that can really be helpful in the same way that you're trying to get rid of all these irritants and these things that are causing allergies. A neti pot is basically, it looks like a little teapot, but you fill it with warm salt water. A little bit of filtered water and a little bit of salt, and mix that up, because then it's making like a saline solution, which is what we have in our body. And this is actually a little picture, but you use it and you tilt your head and you put it in one it sounds crazy, but you put it in one nostril over a sink. So you kind of lean forward, you put it in the one nostril, and then that salt water is going back into your sinuses and then running out the other nostril. And by doing that, it's getting all that pollen and all the things that you've had in your sinuses that whole day, clearing it all out. It's also nice for, like, if you have a cold or anything, it's getting rid of all the junk in our sinuses, but especially for allergy season, it's really nice just to keep all that clear, get all that stuff out. And a ceramic one like this is nice because you can put it in the dishwasher, you can use it for multiple people, you can it lasts forever. So definitely a good idea.
The first time you described this product to me, I was really skeptical.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? But my wife said it's not as difficult to use as you would think.
And it doesn't go down your throat
No.
or anything. Like, people are worried, like, oh, I'm going to choke, because you're leaning forward and you're tilting your head, so it's not going in your lungs or anything like that. It's just in your sinuses. You kind of have to try it too,
Right.
But it is neat.
All right, excellent. Another tip
Yes.
there. Any other products or items you want to mention that can help with the allergy, or other information?
Yeah, so I'd say that's the main thing, trying to keep yourself, and especially before you go to bed at night, keeping those windows closed. If you have allergy problems, changing your clothes after you've been outside, trying to get rid of all that pollen. And that's what a neti pot, clearing out your sinuses, but things like local honey or some other natural supplements that can really help, so your body's not freaking out so much against those irritants.
Make the spring a little more enjoyable
Yes.
process, right? Carolyn, thank you very much.
Sure.
A lot of good advice, good tips. Another way to help combat the allergies. Thank you. I'm Dave Worsley. You've been watching PHTV4 Living Well. We've been talking with Carolyn Johnson at Path Health Foods about how to combat allergies in another way. All right. Thank you for watching, and be healthy.